Hi, thanks for joining me. Today I want to show you very quickly our man build. My husband worked on it for quite a few months. It's been done almost a year now, and I'm finally deciding to share some footage of it. It was a regular extended van. We got a very good price. We got it for a very good price. And I convinced my husband to take the roof off and, extend it upwards. So he did. He is an amazing welder. So he drew up some plans and just did what he had to do. So it goes 6 feet from the floor to the ceiling is 6 feet. Gives us lots of room. As you can see, there's lots of space between the bed and the counter because I didn't want it to feel, claustrophobic in here. I wanted to, it to feel open and airy. And as you can see, we did not block any of our well, we blocked one window, but most of the windows are still accessible because I like looking out the window. And, what fun is it if you're, you go to an event and you want to go inside and eat your lunch or your dinner and you can't people watch. You feel like you're in a box somewhere. So we wanted it to have a very open, airy feel. So I'm going to stand up now. It's going to get a little wiggly with the camera. I'll start over here. He created a bathroom area for me, so I'm gonna have to excuse the footage. He created this bar. As you can see right now, there's a lot of floor space, easy to get by. But he created this bar to extend out. I'm not going to open it all the way, but I'll show you. He created the bar to extend out. It goes out even further, so it would, come out probably another foot or two. So it gives a lot of area in there to use the bathroom if you have to. And then it pushes right back in so that it doesn't take up any floor space. The only window we did block was the window in the bathroom. But we could still use it. But as far as being able to just look out the window, when we're sitting on our bench here, you can't, because I like the bathroom kind of kept private, so I always keep those curtains closed. I have to fix the bottom of the curtain. They were very long drapes, and I just cut them, and I have to neaten up the bottom, so you have to excuse that. We also have this curtain here that goes across the front for extra added, privacy. And then it just kind of slides over, to open things up again. This curtain rod is very solid bar piping that my husband purchased and got creative, and he connected it all together. So this thing is solid. It's not coming down, which has proved to be very beneficial, because there are times when we're driving and I don't feel like sitting up front, and I will sit back here, and I'm able to hold on to the bar when he makes a turn. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but sometimes I do, because I just need to stand up and stretch and, move around a little bit if we're, on a long ride. because I don't like to be seated for a long time. So it allows me to hold the bar while I'm standing also. Let's see, we have this little vent. It does not have a fan in there. I chose not to put the fan in there, but when you open it up, it really does let all the hot air out. Here are our cabinets. We have 12, 6 of these cabinets on either side. It's not a very deep cabinet. It's about 6 inches from back to where this lip is, which is nice because it really holds things in. But it goes pretty high. It's about, I don't know, 2 feet, a little more than 2 feet. Yeah, from top to bottom. So it's nice. And he used these, I call them hinges. He used those, and it keeps the door open, which is really nice because you don't have to mess around trying to hold the cabinet door open while you're getting things out. It just allows you to pop it open and it stays open. And so, those are my dogs barking. So we have all of the windows we could still use. They don't all open. Some of them open, some of them do not. But it allows us to have a beautiful view wherever we are. And these are amazing windows. We did not do any tinting. They came this way. You can see out of them pretty clear, as you could see, but nobody could see in, which I've never heard of that before, but it's really quite amazing. So we have a lot of privacy. If you're walking up to our van, unless your face is like real close up to our window, you can't tell anyone's in here, which is really cool. So here is our little, our little dorm refrigerator freezer. It's not huge, but I'll tell you what, it holds a lot of food. And when you have it on the freezer mode, it freezes things really quickly, and it doesn't draw an excessive amount of energy from our solar, so which is nice because we're not tapping it out, quickly, and it runs for a long time. We left it on for a few days, forgetting to shut it off, forgetting to shut off the power, and it was still, everything was still frozen. It kept running. So we had that on quite a few days, forgetting that it was on when we were not using the van, and everything was still frozen. It was still running. It was amazing, and we still had power left. We also, in addition to the upper cabinets, we have 3 very large lower cabinets. I got a little smudge there. 3 very large lower cabinets. There's our Coleman. Under the sink is where our water supply will be. We just did purchase an electric pump, which will make things easier. That foot pump is not as easy as they make it seem, and you gotta kind of jam on it in order to get any water out, and that's not fun. So our counters are a little bit lower, sorry about that, but that's okay because I did not want to block the windows, and so we have quite a bit of counter space. We used an old bowl for a sink, and it's enough for us. We're fine with that. We are going to be adding, or my husband, because he does all the work with the van, exhaust vents over here. So he's going to add, like a cabinet, same kind of setup, only it's going to be metal, so that when we're cooking, we can just kind of flip open the cabinet in the back and turn on the exhaust fans, and it'll pull any moisture and humidity out of here from cooking. And we're going to add a little bit of extra counter space. We're going to have some hinges. We're going to have an extra piece of wood over here with some hinges so that we could just flip open the extra counter space, so we could cook right underneath the